Hello again and welcome back to another one. Today we have stories that all qualify as bizarre in my opinion, with some light in the middle, so stick around and as always, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, turn on notifications, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So today we have a story that's quite similar to that of T Grizzly a while back, when rappers get entitled to a bigger rapper's attention due to the fact that they are from the same city. And when I read the title of the article from HipHopDX, I initially thought it was a parody of some sort, sprinkled with some bait, but I was wrong. It states, rapper explains how Detroit hood rappers influenced him over Eminem, and I scrolled down to the quotes and it got even more interesting. From the article it states, people like me and other Detroit rappers like Grizzly et al. Grew up on Cheddar Boys et al., the real underground G rappers in Detroit. If it wasn't for them, I literally wouldn't be rapping. And here's the interesting part of this. Those guys were rapping about things and you were able to see them in the hood passing money out or giving back. So let's get this straight, because Eminem wasn't giving handouts to people in the hood, he wasn't an influence on this rapper. But let me give you some context. Eminem at his peak was selling nearly 2 million copies in a single week. Only Adele has beat that record for solo artists in the United States since the SoundScan era began. And this rapper expects to see these artists regularly in the hood or have access to him because they are from Detroit. And he was asked about the hood/Eminem question, and he gave the usual response like it matters. Now, to be clear from the article, the rapper is not saying Eminem doesn't do anything for the city. His problem is about having access to Eminem, while at the same time acknowledging that Eminem doesn't owe anybody anything. So he's talking out of both sides of his mouth. On one hand, he says Eminem doesn't owe anyone and then proceeds to make this point. We always wanted Em to play the position that Royce played, but he doesn't, so he's not a hero for us no more, and expands. Royce is like the president of the Marshall Mathers Foundation, and he's from the hood. You're able to see him, he's gonna come out. He messed with brothers and he reached out, he checked on us, he'd pull up to the studio, he'd pull up to the club, we can call and he pulling right up. Roy's the real OG, man. So riddle me this. Does this sound like a rapper who actually believes Eminem doesn't owe him something? That's a lot of entitlement to expect access to the biggest artists of the 21st century, all because they have Detroit in common. And even Royce has explained several times, especially when asked about Bad Meets Evil 2, that there's no way he can make decisions about that with someone that famous. 50 Cent has talked about Eminem turning down millions of dollars for minutes of work. That's how huge Eminem is. And the rapper is complaining that he doesn't have access to Eminem like Royce, while also saying that Eminem doesn't owe anyone. I'll just drop this here. If Eminem was interacting with the hood like Royce based on M's status, let's not kid ourselves, he wouldn't be with us today. We have several examples to back this, and many are confused in the comments section. A user states, as if he has to be influenced by M because they're both from Detroit, lol. Is it really such a surprise he was influenced by other rappers? The two probably have zero in common. And another user expands on this. Be influenced by whoever you want, but that was some seriously delusional commentary. The man has a net worth of over 200 million and you think he's gonna be sat in a ghetto somewhere with his feet on the dash. Are you high? And Eminem doesn't make songs for the ghetto and he's never claimed to be from that world. I've never really understood this relatability argument when it comes to Eminem, as if listening to Jay-Z rap about Picasso paintings and making millions of drug money is anything you know about either. And just like that, the whole quote-unquote I can't relate argument is bodied in the comment section once again. You'll see debt-ridden people talk about how they relate to Jay-Z more than Eminem. Makes me chuckle every time. Next up today is about Eminem's first half of 2020 in the United States, and according to the latest report, Eminem sold over 1.87 million album units in the first half of 2020, making him the 6th overall for album sales in the US so far. We talked about a report from the UK that Music to Be Murdered By is the #1 release of 2020 so far, but remember, Eminem remains irrelevant. Next up today is about a surprising connection that many have described as a reach, using lyrics from Eminem's Bonnie and Clyde from '99, and the TMZ report via Pop Crush states that Missing Star's last post references Eminem's song about Lake Disappearance, and this is because the Missing Star tweeted "just the two of us" before disappearing. Some users also peddled this narrative in viral tweets linking Eminem's song to the news, and reading through the replies, some actually believe there is a connection to Eminem's lyrics. However, it is dismissed by others. The user states, "Are you joking? Now's not the time for conspiracy theories. Just the two of us is such a normal and common phrase that everyone uses. Just stop." The star went missing while boating on a lake, and that was enough to link the tweet and Eminem's song together for some, and the search continues. That will be all for today. Share your thoughts on these topics below, and see you on the next one.